said, "Did you just go into the kitchen?" And he said, "And no, I've been in here this whole time." And I knew that because I had seen it with my own eyes, and I still can't explain that. Hello my ghosts and ghouls. I am Hauntingly Krista. I am a spooky content creator on TikTok and Instagram, and now starting my venture into YouTube. My creepy little space that I've opened up on the internet is truly that. It's all things spooky, creepy, scary, haunted, paranormal, strange, mysterious, all the things. Wow, we've got a lot. So if any of that tickles your fancy, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join my family. I post here every single Friday, and then come December, I will be posting daily up until Christmas. Make sure to stay tuned for that. Without further ado, let's jump into today's video. I have a haunted object in my possession. And I've had said haunted object for about 1.5 years now. When I had received this haunted object, I had actually posted a TikTok video unboxing it. And if you haven't seen that TikTok, I also posted it on YouTube Shorts too. But if you haven't seen it, you haven't missed much. I literally just unboxed the mirror and I said that it's haunted, and I received it, and that was it. I'm sorry, I'm holding it at a very weird angle right now because it's a mirror and I don't want to blind you with my ring light. This is her. She's actually quite beautiful. I'm gonna put her to the side for now. How I acquired this mirror was I used to work for a marketing agency. I was a social media manager at this place, and I had a wide range of clients across the board that I was doing social media for. And for context, this all took place at the beginning of 2023. One day I was working and we had a new client sign up with us, and she was going to be assigned to me. And it just so happened that she was a fan of Hauntingly Krista. So amongst me talking with her and getting to know who she was and her services that she provided, what her business was about, all that fun stuff, so I could actually do my job for her, one day she called the office and was like, "I just got a haunted mirror and I was wondering if Hauntingly Krista would want it." And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." Now, shortly before the mirror actually arrived to me in the mail, she sent me an email with all the information and history she has on the mirror. I'm gonna read you guys that email now so you guys can know a little bit more about this artifact. I'm gonna put my glasses on for this one. The exact origin, age of this artifact is unknown. The history of this artifact dates back to the 1970s when the family who owned it began to notice strange activities surrounding their daughter. The occurrences became more noticeable as time progressed until it was determined something was very much attached to the mirror and had taken an interest in their daughter as the paranormal occurrences began surrounding her. Fearful for their child, although violence never occurred, they passed the mirror on to a purchaser who had taken a liking to the mid-century artifact. They were transparent in their explanation for the sale, stating that the entity residing with the mirror was haunting their daughter. The purchaser discounted their statements, only to find that her home had also began experiencing activity such as the occasional involuntary movement of inanimate objects, with the most pronounced event only ever occurring once, where a thick wisp of smoke began to appear floating out from inside the mirror. It would then take on a full form, appearing to somehow communicate with its new landlord. The mirror resided in the woman's house for well over 30 years before it was passed down to her relatives in her estate. Now get this. Her granddaughter had asked for the mirror when she was alive and had received the response, "I don't think you'd want this. It's haunted." Years later, in 2019, following the settlement of the estate, the mirror hung proudly in their home. The entity within the mirror appears to take its time getting to know its surroundings before they decide to say hello, with the occasional poking of couch cushions, interacting with pets, occasionally poking the dog's bed, subtle things that suggest attention grabbing in a non-invasive way. One evening, while relaxing on the couch, the owners noticed a shadowy, smoky cloud appearing to step out of the mirror, pass behind the dog, and make its way towards the individual on the sofa. At that point, they were convinced for certain there was definitely something otherworldly about this artifact. They exited the house upon seeing the apparition, having no interest in an interaction, only coming back after it had disappeared. The owners never stated any malicious activity occurred, only that they were a little freaked out by the experience, having not believed or expected it. And then she finishes the email with, "I wonder what it's trying to say, or maybe who it's looking for." So that is the history, the stories behind this mirror. Pretty spooky. When I heard that 2 people had seen a thick mist cloud come out of the mirror, that really freaked me out, but in a good way. I'm like, wow, that would be crazy. I'd love to love to see that. I have yet to see that. That has not happened. Again, I've had her for 1.5 years now, and there has been no mist or smoke coming out of my mirror. However, I will say a couple things. This mirror actually has never been hung up. So it sits beside my desk in my office in my house, my apartment. There have been some strange occurrences that have happened in our apartment. However, my apartment is haunted. I'm super convinced. I can make a whole video on that if you guys would like. But when we moved here, it was not. I came from living with my parents and their house was haunted. I grew up in that house, had lots of experiences there, right? Came from there to here, I was like, this place is not haunted. Then I actually started actively seeking out the paranormal and going to haunted places, rumored haunted places, all that stuff. Somewhere along the line, activity started to happen here. But whenever I talk about any of the experiences had in this house, I always preface it with, this place isn't haunted, I brought something here. It's whatever is happening here that is paranormal is because of me, not because of the land, not because of the house or anything like that. This place did not start off haunted, but the activity that did start happened before I got this mirror. With that being said, in the past 1.5 years, there has been quite a few strange occurrences that have continued to happen. Though, could it be mirror related or just whatever I did related? I don't know. My dog reacts to nothing, seemingly nothing all the time. There was one time recently, it was like a few months ago, I was in this room, in the bedroom. My husband was actually in the den. The door was closed. I hadn't heard him come out, but all of a sudden I can see the kitchen. Like from where I am right now, I can see the kitchen. I saw them, like a man, walk in to the kitchen and I assumed it was my husband. I called out to him because I hadn't heard him come out of the den, and I would have heard him and also seen him walking up into the kitchen, but I hadn't. So I called out to him and I was like, Jordan, and there was no response, and I'm still looking over there, and I call him out again and he doesn't respond. So I get up and I walk towards the kitchen. Again, it never leaves my line of sight, and I round the corner and there's no one in the kitchen. And then I walk over to the den and I open the door and he's in there listening to music, so he couldn't hear me calling him. And I said, did you just go into the kitchen? And he said, and no, I've been in here this whole time. And I knew that because I had seen it with my own eyes, and I still can't explain that. However, again, it might not be the mirror's fault. It could just be whatever I have caused to come here. Who knows? All I know is this is my haunted mirror. That is the story of her, and my apartment has a ghost. With all of that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it 2 big thumbs up for me. Comment down below if you want to hear any particular stories, and if you have any thoughts or opinions on this mirror, I would love to hear it as well. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, join my family. I will see you in my next video, and until next time, stay spooky.